so and stuff. But so there's not going to be no special introduction or nothing. It's just
Sweet.
This is the stuff I'm trying to work on and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's just trying to get used to the whole talking and being comfortable in front of a camera and stuff. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're always behind the camera, so.
Exactly. So try to get the mic in front of your face a little bit.
Sweet. Here you
So
go.
if you want to lean back, just go ahead and just do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Awesome.
Just get comfortable, man, and stuff. You know, it's a fun thing to do. I learned that yesterday and stuff. So
Yeah.
let me catch my breath. I'm just nervous for some reason because
Nervous?
well, because it's like I look up to you, especially in business.
Mm-hmm.
You've done things that I don't know what it is. Like you was able to, because when we first met, it was the first day you was in Houston,
Yeah.
right? I remember that day.
Oh, yeah.
That was at Anthony's place.
Yeah. I
And-
rolled in with my car, had
Yeah.
no idea who everyone was.
Neither have I. It was I don't remember how I got that.
Yeah.
It was like it was a random ass Facebook post, and I saw it.
Yeah.
I showed up there, and you showed up there, and that was the first day you was there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, you know, watching you from your heyday,
Yeah.
when you was all into the whole photography and filming,
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of just transverse into the streetwear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh yeah, man, he's done it.
Everything.
You know, you figured it out. You figured out how to live a life without a fucking career, pretty much. You know, you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
So this whole podcast is basically to kind of give a glimpse of the idea of like, how can I do it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different story. Everybody makes it different and stuff, but they're pretty loud.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You can hear it
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Should be okay.
yeah, that's fine, man. It's I'm not a big broadcast show. It's nothing special. and
Nah,
stuff.
this is awesome. Yeah.
So the kind of guys give you a background. So I've hosted a brunch for a special friend, which is, you know, it's just a big warm welcome. He's from Dallas. His name's Peter, and we just did a special brunch for him. And the people you hear in the background is basically
Okay.
the aftermath. You know, they're just talking.
good.
Everybody have their 6 feet apart. They're taking precautions. We're still COVID aware. You know, we're not doing nothing dumb and stuff. But
Got my mask right here.
yeah, Senpai Squad. You know,
Buy my mask. that's the one of the like memes. You know, like everyone's like, "Yo, buy his stuff."
yeah.
But yeah, it's funny, but I catch on to trends, and that's one of the success stories is.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
What made you Senpai? Like, why Senpai?
Senpai, yeah. So honestly, it was back in the day. I mean, I had a lot of different hobbies, right? And that's one of the things I would tell people is to indulge into a lot of different things and then figure out what you're really good at.
Yeah.
So I back in the day, I did cosplay, photography, and videography, right? And I don't know, like all other people would just call me Senpai because they all look up to me. Even though I was like a small guy, I was doing a lot, you know?
So, what does Senpai mean? Like,
It's like an upperclassman, somebody who you look up to.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I sometimes still feel weird being called, you know, because I'm just a regular old guy, but
And he's not tall, people.
yeah. So that word really stuck into me, which is one of the like reasons why it is called Senpai Squad, you know, being called Senpai, and I want everyone who's around me to feel like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what made you wanted to like get into it? Like, was it like, did you always think about, how do I say it? Like, was it just more of the name? You just wanted to get the name out, or is it more like you knew exactly where you were going?
So
You kind of understand?
yeah,
me?
yeah.
You're like,
So the brand itself is, it has to do with anime, gaming, car culture, and partying, right?
Yeah.
Which is everything that I was into. And I wanted to basically be the person and have the power to create all these experiences for everyone.
Yeah.
When it goes into clothing, I want to be able to create art so people can express their passion, their hobby.
Yeah.
And then in regards to the parties, I want to create a safe space for everyone to party. So that was my goal.
And your parties are fucking wild. Before COVID, man, Your parties were
Yeah.
fucking wild, man. You was known for parties, right? Especially in the LA area.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he was known for. And I was like, man, this guy has connections, you know. It's crazy. So, man, it sucks that
COVID happened.
COVID
and,
happened, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I hate to say it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. But I try and use this situation and turn around like in a positive aspect. Like I have all this free time now. I don't go to events. I don't have parties. So I'm diverting my attention to anywhere else I could to build the business, to work on things that I need to work on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So during this whole COVID situation, how did it affect you? Like,
it affected me a lot in regard because there's three main aspects to my business. It's convention. So I travel around, have booths at events like car shows and anime conventions. The second one is parties, right? That's obviously zero, none, no more.
For now.
And then
you can always do one of those, you know how rave was like in the 90s, they're underground?
Underground.
You know, you had to only have permission from a special friend, from a friend,
Oh,
from a
wow.
friend.
Yeah.
You know, you can do some special ops type shit like that.
That's funny. I try and stay away from that. It just doesn't sit right with me, you know, because when it comes to that, if one person gets infected, I would feel bad, you know. So I don't want to be the person to be the reason why somebody has COVID. But the third thing is online sales. So those two other stuff is gone. I can't focus on it, but I can plan for 2021, right?
Yeah.
But for the online sales, I've been putting 100% of my time and effort into that, and also building the foundation so that way when it gets back to 100% like busy, right, I can run everything smoothly. Yeah. Because back then I was so busy. Like I'm a one-man show for the most part, right? And I've been so busy, like being in the limelight, working and all of that. I've ignored all the basic fundamentals of business, and then I'm like playing catch up, and it sucks because I'm growing so fast. So now I'm like, okay, let me dial back, let me turn back, let me have a real good talk with myself. Like, what am I ignoring? So I'm spending all this time building the foundation. You know, that way, as soon as it's go time, we go.
Yeah. It's like when the very few moments I'm on social media, you're always busy, always. Yeah. But one thing I really appreciate about you, you know how when some people they get really, really busy, they're hard to get a hold of. They're extremely hard to get a hold of. Now, for you, every time I message you, it's like you know we're still close and stuff, and that's one thing I really appreciate. Yeah. You know, you've always make time to talk to people and stuff, and that's very cool. You know. Yeah. So, if Anime Matsuri is still open this year, would you still do it? Are they still open?
They're not. We just got news that they postponed to 2021 and 2022. Okay. So I had a booth already purchased for Anime Matsuri, but obviously they're cancelled. So we're gonna do it next year.
So there's no shows, no nothing. No. What about anything virtual? Is like.
Well, I personally worked with two of my other partners, or three actually, and we threw a virtual online like event, you know, convention / music festival, and it went pretty well. We got really big DJs, cosplayers, and dance groups, and like set up some type of programming, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. Like this is the only thing we can really do to satisfy people who want to go out, you know. Yeah. But the issue is still like that everyone's missing the feel, the closeness of everyone else. So. Yeah,
man. There's something about
the
physical and the conventions. Like I've enjoyed it. You know, I've been ever since I've pretty much moved to Houston. I've been to Anime Matsuri probably 4 times. But ever since I moved into Houston, not like suburb of Houston, but into Houston, I've always been fortunate to, actually go. Oh, yeah. It's fun. It's fun. They have a lot of weird things happening.
Yeah, you told me.
You know, I've seen, fuck. That's when I was hanging out with you and Evan. Yeah. You know, we was at, they were playing that freaking sword thing.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
They were getting
They were
brutal.
really into it. Yeah, it was like foam stuff or like whatever, but it wasn't like crazy. But they were into it.
Yeah,
you know?
and it was strange and stuff. And then people were cross dressing. You know, you come across a girl that actually was a guy.
Yeah,
you know, they're getting sneaky. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're getting sneaky. You know, makeup's makeup's came a long way, and it's like you want to be mad, but it's funny. It's funny as fuck.
Hell, yeah, they get creative. You know? Like I can't be mad. Like yo, honestly, like I don't like. It's not my thing, but
it's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny,
yeah.
man. You know, I admire you from apart. That's all that matters. So that's why I love these conventions, and especially these people just get fucking loose.
Yeah,
weird people get loose. That's the funniest thing.
As long as they don't hurt anyone, like I'm cool with it. You know.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember that night. It was with me and you and Evan. I met y'all at the Papados, and we was going up to the Marriott. And who's your buddy that's from the West Coast that has all the custom like gun props?
Oh fuck, is it Sen?
Yeah, and he was there, and he had a AK-47 gun prop, orange tip at the nozzle.
Yeah, but it looks so real.
Looks so real, but we went.
Wait, he gave it to me.
Yeah, we was holding it.
Okay.
So we went up to the Marriott. We was going to this room carrying. It literally looked like a AK-47, but it was just a gun prop.
Yeah.
We got to the room, and it was like, and the people that were meeting there was like, "What do you want?" But because they were being like that because they got kicked out.
Oh, okay.
And security came up and literally saw us holding a fucking AK-47 gun prop. So it's just stuff like that, you know. It gets wild, you know. He's a cool guy, but he carries some legit looking shit. You know, it's man.
Even my dad came went into my house once. And was like, "Is that real?" And I'm like, "Nah, you good? You good?"
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like they're getting so clever with these props and stuff. It's fun and stuff, but it's sad that we can't enjoy this stuff this year.
Yeah,
there's always next year though, hopefully. And stuff. Yeah. So during this whole transition from the Kim I first met to Senpai Squad, how difficult was it? Like
from the the transition from where I started to building the brand. Yeah. It honestly was very, very difficult. I never really expected it to get this far. Like I had the vision, I had the goal, right? I knew exactly what I wanted, but it was it was just so much against me, and it was just so much hard work, you know.
Like, what do you mean by against you? Like the idea that you can wrap your car with anime characters and be cool with it? Is that the idea?
No, I mean, I had confidence that I had a good influence. Like I had confidence that I could build something. Yeah. It was just more like my specific situation. Like I'm one guy, you know. Most people, they have a team, they have their families helping them, you know. And I just came into Houston by myself, and I was just like, one guy with an idea, and you know, just hanging out with the wrong crowd. I just kept. I just had the idea, but it just. Yeah.
So these are the stories that people need to hear, because there's people in this world, how do I say this, that are fortunate to have the backbone. There's people in this world that have the money, but they don't have the backbone. Yeah. And then there's people in this world that pretty much has neither, but they want to be somebody. Yeah. In your case, you were able to do it without any parents' help, any friends' help, just sheer will. Yeah. So my question is, what kept you going? Was it the idea like, I'm going to make it? Was it like, I'm going to fucking make it? Or I'm just going to make this happen and figure it out as I long ago? Because from what I'm seeing, you worked a full-time job. Wasn't the best jobs. They were pretty much low-paying jobs. Yeah. But also you was doing filming too at the same time. And you had this idea. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You had a lot of things against you. And plus this idea wasn't really popular. It was like it's one of those things where a certain group. You see what I'm saying? Like a group of friends can appreciate it, but like,
can you really take it this far when it's like you don't know how widespread it can be? It's like you're tapping into the unknown almost. But that was
you're like the pioneer. You see what I'm saying?
But then that was actually one of the reasons why I believed in myself, because I'm like, I believe that there is a market for it, there is a demand for it, and no one's out there to get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave up everything and gave it 100%, gave it all my efforts, because no one's done it. And if somebody's going to be the one to do it, it'll be me.
Yeah, I mean, because what you did was pretty much you went full in. You literally traveled the fucking country. Like literally travel the fucking country.
Yeah.
Went to show to show to show to show to show. You put in the work. It's like, like how do you muster the guts to do that? You see what I'm saying? It's like was it like just something like in your head, like, man, it's going to work no matter what, or was it just something like, I'm going to do it and I'm gonna figure a way out?
So you actually said something that everyone knows me for. Everyone who hangs out with me, they know a specific phrase I say. Yeah. And the specific phrase is, I'll figure it out. Or I don't know, I'll figure it out. Like, that's my go-to. Because I don't know a lot of things, but like, if I want something done, I'll just figure it out no matter what, in regards to like anything. Yeah. Right? And I want to actually teach all my future employees or my staff or people with that mentality, because I think that would, make you go far. Yeah. But to bring it back, like the reason why I have this mentality of giving it 100% and not like a maybe is I think my parents, like specifically my dad.
Yeah, you tell me. You said it in the other podcast about your dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I go home, I do something or like achieve something, I get home excited, right? And then he goes, "But can you make this a living?" And he's very doubtful, He always like puts this in my mind. I'm like, damn, like I go home and then.
But you need that though.
But yeah, it sucks. But then like I think it built my character to like really want to do the best, because now whenever I do things, the only one question I ask is, did I try my best? Yeah. Because if I did, then that's it.
So, were you like extremely blunt with yourself about it?
Yeah.
So is it the idea of I'm going to figure it out? Is that the idea of that's how you get successful? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because what I'm trying to do is that I'm sharing your story. Yeah. I'm trying to help people get the same. Just get some kind of motivation, helpful information, because there's a lot of bullshit in this world. There's a lot. I've seen it. I've been through it. Fuck, man. There's more bullshit than anything else. So it's like, I'm just trying to create a platform and also help you promote yourself. So that's good, man. That's good, So once we got through the whole phase of getting started, was it just, you're just putting out as much merch you can, posting everything, hashtagging everything, or was there like a plan?
I mean, let me see here. I mean,
like what made you, what convinced you to do all the shows?
What convinced me to do all the shows?
Yeah, like, how people start a brand, they just create stickers, and they create basic t-shirts and post online and, get followers and get some influencers and post it and kind of work from there. What made you I have to do the shows? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when I started, I actually didn't do shows. I only did online because I actually didn't have any money. Like I could barely afford the next batch of stickers, So it was it was pretty rough. And then I think it was Anime Matsuri, one of my friends, close friends, Angela, she let me share half her table. So I sold some of my stickers and I was like, oh, I made okay money, right? So I'm like, okay, there's potential in conventions, but the booths were really expensive, usually $500 to $2,000 per booth, right? And I'm like, man, this is a lot. But it really opened my eyes to work harder and be like, I can still do online sales, but then I can do conventions as well and double dip, right? So that was when I realized I can do more.
Yeah.
It opened my eyes. I just worked harder to save up, like just for the next convention, like book a booth and then see how I go there. And then it just went down, well, went uphill from there, you know, like I just booked more.
It went way up there.
Now I'm doing like a convention almost every week, every 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah, man, you were booked from early January to like end of holidays.
Yeah.
Even during the holidays, you was finding something.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's just straight up hustle right there.
It's like my mentality also is whenever my calendar, like a small part of my calendar is empty, I find a way to make it productive.
Yeah.
You know, I find a way to fill that gap in, something to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So when did like during which convention did you feel like you made it? Because
like
you done it at least for full 2 years, right?
I started end of 2016, so as in conventions.
Yeah, like
probably 2 years.
Full straight 2 years.
Yeah.
When did you feel like you made it? Like which convention that you feel like this is it? This is, you know, it's all the way up from here.
I wouldn't say made it. Like that's a different feeling, but a convention I could say that where I realized like this is the best convention. Like this is like the best I could do would be Anime Expo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my best show out of the year. So it's like usually each show is like working upwards towards it, and then like this is the you know the big one.
Yeah. So is like the Anime Expo, is that like the biggest expo for cosplay, or is it?
Within US, yeah. Oh, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, and then because that was your biggest party over there too, right?
Yeah.
I remember those photos too. So explain the parties, man. Like, I know you did it before like the whole Senpai Squad.
Yeah.
Like how this whole party thing came along? Like is this something you just like doing, like hosting parties, or?
Yeah. So back in the day, you know, I love to party.
Yeah.
And eventually I realized like I feel like everyone gravitates towards me. You know, I have that feeling. I'm like, okay, everyone meet at my room 402 or whatever.
Was it just because you were just wild, like buck wild?
Exactly, yeah. Like I'm always like going wild. Everyone, obviously, I create attention, and I'm the guy that makes the party happen. I'm the guy that that enlightens the room. You know, I'm just the party goer, and I never realized it until like slowly, like people was like, "Hey Kim, where's the party at? Where's the party at?" You know, and then that's when I realized. Like,
you're the guy to go to for every convention. It's like, Kim, what's the party? What's happening? You know, where's the secret at? You know, it's crazy. You know, you that's just cool. You know, it's like like I've never really been to. I've been to one of your parties. You hosted one during an anime convention.
Yeah.
But your LA scene is completely different compared to Houston. Is that anywhere else across the country, or is it just strictly LA?
It's like the first year or two, like LA was the strong point, and then eventually we're working towards other cities too.
Okay.
So the one we did in Houston didn't go that well. I was like unprepared and all of that. But now I'm working with like 2 other partners. Now we have like backing. Now that we've grown a lot more, and I think we're at the point, like this year was the year where we were going to expand to 9 parties in different cities. Yeah.
Can you handle that much?
With like for me personally, I think that I would really struggle.
Yeah.
But since I have 2 other partners, it's gonna definitely be a little bit easier. So it's still going to be hard because like I'm balancing between conventions and then like the parties right after, right, back to back, and then also my online store and all of that, and car shows.
Yeah.
So it will still be difficult. It's just I'm having a little bit more help this time.
Yeah. So how's the car show scene? Like I've seen a lot more banners now around Houston. You know, people representing the Senpai Squad.
Yeah.
Has it gotten more popular with the whole cosplay rap and stuff? Like a lot more people doing it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of our merchandise on cars, especially in like Texas and California. But I keep getting tagged. My friends, yo, I'm seeing your stuff like every day, and it's like pretty awesome to see, you know.
Yeah, I thought about doing that one time, but I was like, you're probably getting this shit all the fucking time. You know,
Yeah.
that's like I'm probably better just laying away. You know, saying hi in there, bye. You know, a couple times because man, I can't. You're fucking busy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The thing is actually like I thought about it like a week ago when like I took a step back. Like I was like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of people showing me like my merchandise on cars, but I never expect. I still don't realize that it's this big. You know, I still think, oh, it's still like only some people have our merch. You know, but then it's just like people keep sending me, and I'm like, wow. You know.
Yeah, dude. It's from afar. The guy that's not really into social media, I've noticed it. I'm never on social media, and I've noticed it. It's pretty impressive, man. And all I see is you just getting even bigger.
Yeah.
So how's the streetwear? Like, what are you doing now that's helping you grow even further? Because streetwear now is getting a lot better. I'm pretty sure you're using a lot of social influences and stuff. So how what are you doing that's helping
me grow? So in the first like 2 or 3 years, I would say I struggled because of the lack of attention that I put into the designs and the style and to really figure it out, right? Because my merchandise was all over the place, I believe.
Are you doing your own designs or are you hiring artists?
So I mostly come up with the concept, the design, and I work with the artist to actually bring it to life.
Yeah.
But it was really hard back then because I was always traveling. I never really put 100% into it, you know. So it's like I left more of it to like the artists themselves, and there was no or less creative direction. Since quarantine, I went from like. So the thing with artists is that they're very slow, right? So
you can't rush their creative process and stuff.
Yeah, and I tried that and it was really hard back then. So in the end, I was like, all right, let me invest more money into getting more artists and then like giving each artist like different projects and ideas and then let them go, right? And then eventually I'll just get more designs done. I get to put more time into like actually bringing it to life. And I realized that helped a lot because my online sales like almost tripled since quarantine, right? And I was like, damn, like this is the difference it makes to put more attention into your design and your production. So now I'm like, I realize there's full potential. I'm working towards building all my graphic designers and my artists to basically be able to continue doing this while I travel. So I'm still like trying to figure it out, but now like I'm trying to put all the efforts into it.
Yeah. Okay. So any upcoming projects that are like limited edition?
Like
you know how you rock that Off-White a lot.
Yeah.
Are you kind of doing something like that? You know, it's just strictly Senpai Squad 1 in 100. You have your photo attached to it, your signature. What's that chick that sold bath water and Are you doing something like that?
Honestly, the thing that really makes like I see a lot of brands do limited editions, and that's actually something I rarely tap into, and I do want to dive into that and see how well it does. I've only recently did like a limited keychain thing, right? I just did 250 of 2 colors, and then once it's gone, it's gone.
Damn, they're turned.
That's fine. Hopefully they don't pick it up. The mic doesn't pick it up.
Oh, it's gonna pick it up.
It's gonna pick it up. Okay.
If you can hear if you can hear it through your headset, it's gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's fine, man. You know, it's whatever.
Yeah. That's what happens when you just live with the people, I guess.
I was going to kick them out at 3:00, people, but they're just having it's COVID's happening. There's not a lot of things happening, and people are having a good time. So I just didn't want to ruin the fun.
Yeah.
But we're being very safe, people.
Very safe,
trust me. Buy his mask.
Yeah. Buy his mask. Yeah, that's actually another thing is, dude, like I already made face masks, and during quarantine, like sales just went all the way up, And
did it do well?
Yeah. And it feels weird, because I tried to talk to myself, because people were like, "Yo, like up your price for your mask. There's a higher demand." It didn't sit right with me, And I'm like, I hope nobody like takes to offense that I'm selling face masks and profiting of it. Like I already did this a while ago.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. you're not hogging toilet paper and trying to flip that shit. That's what it's fine selling masks, but if you're that asshole that during the height of the pandemic for some fucking reason wanted toilet paper.
Yeah. I've heard stories about that.
Like what was the reason behind that? I never understood it. Like literally.
Oh, the shortage or the like.
Not shortage, but like people want to hoard toilet paper.
Out of everything, like food or whatever.
Yeah, like fucking, you're gonna survive in the world with fucking toilet paper. Like, where did that come? Where did that idea come from?
Honestly, I don't know. Luckily, I live by myself, so like I had like 4 rolls to last me for a while. You know, I'm good.
That's funny, man. That's great. So, anything you're doing like to relax during COVID? Like, are you watching a lot more shows?
I started to watch a little bit more shows or catch up on stuff like movies, because back then like I was just traveling so much, I never actually really got to watch all the like animes and shows. So how I would know what stickers or merchandise to make is all my friends would tell me, hey, like this show's popping, like can you make this character? And if I get enough requests, I'll be like, okay, you know, do some research. But like I never really actually watched a lot of the shows because I was just so busy. And I felt kind of bad about it, you know, like, oh, the owner of Senpai Squad doesn't watch a lot of animes and he's like profiting off it, you know.
No, that's not true, man. You were balls deep before Senpai Squad, so it's fine, man.
Yeah.
So when this whole COVID situation is pretty much over, or it's safer to go out and do a lot more dumb shit, are you gonna limit yourself to car shows? Like, you know how you used to do like the parking lot, like I don't want to say parking lot shows, but like these shows that show up on Facebook, like events. Are you gonna still do that and have your booth out there, like tables? Because I haven't really seen anyone do it before you. Yeah. And ever since you've been doing it, I've seen a lot more that's doing it.
That is, yeah.
You know, is that still your game plan for 2021?
For car meets, I can be comfortable with slowing down a little and let like other vendors like, you know, get some shine. I don't really make too much at car meets, car shows, so it's not too important for me. But I still would love to, like, if I have time, I'll bring my car. I'll still attend, or sometimes I'll have my table just to like you know, show people that, hey, we're still alive, we're still here. Yeah. Okay. But it's not like something that I need to focus on. Like all the bigger stuff is like online merge, big events, conventions, parties, and
what about gaming? Are you gathering a group with the gaming community, like on Twitch?
Yeah, so
because gaming kind of fits in with the whole monologue, like, you know, with the whole Senpai and you know, you're sponsoring gamers and stuff. Is that in your future?
So that's actually something that we're lacking right now. We try to, you know, sponsor Twitch streamers, and usually it's just my friends, you know, like coupon codes and wear out merch. And it kind of just, I think it was me that didn't give it too much attention because I was too focused on the anime and the parties. So it kind of died down like 2017, 2018, 2019. But I know that when I go to TwitchCon, which is, you know, the streaming Twitch, it is very alive. Like everyone's there, everyone's got a lot of money, and there's like big companies out there, and you know, it just reminds me that this is still a big opportunity and a big industry.
Oh yeah, gaming is not going anywhere anytime soon. You know,
especially even COVID, like people go at home and like gaming and spending. Yeah.
Man, let me give you a little story about that.
Yeah.
Just me trying to do this whole podcast, just getting it ready during COVID. It was a pain. Everybody was buying these boom arms. Everybody was buying these mics. Yeah. Everybody was buying all the XLR cords. This, you know, this little dash thing right here, everyone's buying it. It was a pain, man. Yeah. So luckily for me, I was able to buy majority of the stuff before the full lockdown. Yeah. You know, I was able to buy this broadcaster and a couple extra more boom arms. But during like trying to get everything done, I was like, fuck, man. Everybody was hoarding, not hoarding, but just going to Micro Center and just buying everything, and it was a pain, man. It was a pain. but I made it.
But you got it's just like people buying gym equipment. I heard
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
it's insane, dude. So when I started seeing that, I was like, is everybody trying to be like a fucking gamer? You know, like trying to stream games and stuff, and then everyone is doing it.
Doing it.
You know, which is cool, but it's like there's gonna be a lot of surplus of equipment when everything gets back to semi-normal and stuff. Same thing with bikes. Bikes were selling left and right. Mm-hmm. I bought a bike. But you know, it was one of those blurred moments. Mm-hmm. I just went in looking for some brake pads from an old bike, and I saw this bike. I was like, I like it. I spent more than I ever wanted to, but it happened. So and stuff. So it happens, man. It happens and stuff. Mm-hmm. So what's next? What's on your radar?
Okay, so
aside from Senpai, anything?
The big focus is Senpai Squad, just because I really realized that it's not gonna stop. It's like a big snowball, and it's like I have a lot of business ideas, but the issue is that if I realize if I divert a portion of my attention to something else, it's most likely not gonna make as much as if I just put 100% of my attention to Senpai Squad. It's already this big opportunity and snowball. So I realized that I'm still gonna put 100% into Senpai Squad. Okay. There's like more opportunities. I mean, like I maybe can't say much, but like even like a storefront, or like, you know, expand production, like car team and all of that, and expanding to Cali, like you know. So there's so much more to it that I can't focus on something else. So yeah. Okay.
Are you still trying to get into the drinks? I remember you made a comment a while back on Facebook, like, I'm gonna own a store. No, it's on Snapchat. I'm sorry. That you wanted to open up a store. Are you still planning on doing that? The boba.
Oh yeah. So that was one of the business ideas, was to open up like a boba shop.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm waiting.
But I realized though, like, Senpai Squad is already bigger than that. Like, there's no point, you know, until where I get to the point where somebody can run the business, then I can focus like 20% of my time on building a boba shop and having a partner. There's no point of building a boba shop. Like, this Senpai Squad is already bigger than that. Like,
it would have to be a complete different name and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It could be Senpai Boba or something like that.
You gotta separate it, man. You know, you don't want to.
Yeah.
See, I never really understood that at first, but then as I really got into, like, you know, more of a business mindset, you kind of want to separate it. You know, give it its own name. You know, you don't want. So that's cool. So whatever happened to the Senpai Squad group? You know, who he was rolling with? Whatever happened? So, you know, they were fun people.
They were fun people.
You know. Yeah. It's just getting old and moving on in life, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's more to it. I don't know if they want me to.
If it's you don't know. Yeah, if it's something important, don't say it.
Yeah. But at the end, like, we still talk, you know, just mutually okay. Like, we had good times, but I think it's better for us to, like, move on with a separate path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. You know. So how were you able to deal with the haters?
Actually, that's a good question.
You know, 'cause that's another good question. That I kind of want people to kind of understand. You know, because how do you go away from the norm?
Okay.
You know, especially when it's not being done a lot. You're kind of different. You're like the rebel a little bit. How do you deal with it, especially at the beginning?
Yeah, it was really hard because, like, obviously, you're like in the limelight. Everyone's looking at you. You're doing something different, right? And you can't please everyone. And I'm the type of person to try and please everyone. Yeah. And then it gets to me, like, people say, I don't like your car. I don't like the way you do this. You're too much of this and that, right? Yeah. And it gets to me because I care about people's opinions, and I care about how they think of me, and I want to make sure, like, there's no, like, misunderstanding. And it's really, really tough. And I realized, like, there's two haters. There's number one, haters that were misinformed and misunderstand, right? And then there's just haters that actually you can't change. They just have hatred in them.
That's real.
Right?
That is real.
So I try and figure it out. You know, if it's something that's actually really, like, engraved into their head, I try and just ignore it because it will get to me. It I will manifest, and it is too much.
Yeah.
And then I realized like, okay, maybe they're misinformed. Let me talk to them. You know, like I'd be like, okay, you know, my name's Kim. Nice to meet you. You know, I understand, you know, why you might be thinking this, and try and get to understand them a little bit better. And like, I guess the story I could tell is, a lot of people, they judge me from online stuff, and it makes sense because I have a persona online.
What do you mean by they judge you online? Like you make like these crazy posts, or is it just?
It's there's a mixture of things, like the persona I have online, right? Because there is like an image that I have online. There's also things that I say and do, like parties and going crazy and, you know, throwing money or whatever, right?
You have a good time.
Have a good time.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And then there's obviously another thing is people like say, oh, like rumors, right? And then, so those are the three things that people usually get misinformed about or misunderstand. So a lot of the times, actually, people would come up to me at parties, and I didn't know that they knew me. You know, I'd just be like, oh, you know, my name's Kim, nice to meet you. I just usually introduce myself. And then we start talking, we start vibing and learning about each other. And I remember this specifically one party in Vegas, right? I
remember your Vegas, man. You're fucking wild. That's the one you had the gun machine, or the money gun, right?
I think it was LA. I did in Vegas too.
Yeah, you did in Vegas.
Yeah.
I sound like a fucking stalker.
That's all good.
I'm just a fan. That's all I am. I am just a fan.
Yeah, but so I just started talking. We were talking for like a good 20 minutes, like just talking about gaming, vibing, Vegas, conventions, right? And then he just, out of nowhere, was like, you know what, Kim? I actually thought you were an asshole. Like, I thought you were like you were just thirsty for girls and all of that, right? But now that I get to know you, like, you're actually a cool ass dude. You're super chill. You gave me you gave me your time. You didn't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, certain people, if they get to a certain level, I guess famous or whatever you want to call it, they just ignore. They just won't take the time to talk to people for whatever reason, even if it's strangers. And I'm pretty sure there's reasons behind it. You know, but in your case,
I'm trying. Like it's
you know, you would make the effort to talk to people and stuff, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna, I can't blame people who do that, because I actually feel a lot of like pressure, and it is very, very hard to keep up that, you know, to be responsive and talk to everyone, because that's like a small portion to really what I have behind me. But I try and remind myself, like, without everyone who was there from the beginning, like, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I do try as much as I can. Yeah. You know, I might not be as responsive as before, but I'm trying. Yeah. You know?
Okay. So during this popularity game, you have a girlfriend right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been dating?
Since July.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
What month is it?
I mean, June. It's fucking July, right?
I mean, my month is June, end of June.
Okay, well, still congratulations. You know,
appreciate it.
Before the girlfriend, were you getting a lot of DMs? Like where there's a lot of thirsty, you know, young individuals that, you know how it is. Where there's money, there's I don't want to say online hoes.
But so it's usually in person, actually. Like a lot of females, like, they do show interest in me, like, oh my god, it's Senpai Squad, you know, stuff like that.
Has it been an issue? Or it's just been?
Yeah, it's not really been an issue. I've been pretty good. Like for me, I go to conventions to actually create like a safe space for everyone to have fun. I want to have fun too. Yeah. But I try and keep it separate. Like I don't go to parties to like hook up with girls or get laid or whatever.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, like, you know, where there's, you know, popularity, there's always those crazy ones that tend to follow. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I see.
Has that happened? Yes. You know, because I mean, I don't expect, you know, you're doing these crazy things like what you're saying. Like, I'm pretty sure there's crazy people out there.
Yeah.
You know, they'll do anything to get
yeah.
to steal your
Oh
limelight.
my God, yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, have you came across stuff like that where like
both females and males.
really?
They follow. Like I'll have like big ass influencers, cosplayers going into my like. We're all gathered up in the hotel lobby. We're about to walk into go up to the hotel room, and then we'll have like fangirls, fanboys following.
Yeah.
And then like me and my friends will be like looking at each other like, do we know them? Like you know.
That's the taste of being famous, man.
And then there's people in our hotel room like, who the hell are you? You know.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes I would have to be like, you have to have a secret password to go in the hotel. Like I have a secret Facebook event.
Yeah.
And then like there's times when I get a little too drunk, and then I realize the door's open, and then like people like secretly let people in, and I'm like, I don't vibe with this.
Yeah.
You know. So it's
I mean, it happens, man. You know, you just. I guess it's just part of the process. You know, that whole rock star image and stuff. You know. Okay, cool. So let's talk about cars.
Yeah.
How's that GTR?
It's gone.
What happened? Well, hold on. Let's before we get that. How was it? Was it fun?
It was fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately, I didn't actually get to launch the car. So I mean, obviously, I drove it hard and all of that, but I never actually launched the car, which is something that I regret. You know, because I wanted to make sure it lasts long and all of that.
Yeah.
But I knew that when I start like launching, the first launch is going to be a snowball to every single other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting a R8. You know, I was really surprised when you got that GTR. I was like, GTR? That was because you always loved the R8.
Yeah, I did.
You know, and I was like,
I was balancing between those two.
Yeah, I was counting the days, man. I was like, man, when is he going to show up with that R8? You know, I was like, when is going to happen? And when I saw that GTR, I was like, okay, you know, that's cute. You know, but because like I said, I always see you in the R8 and stuff. And so what happened? Like,
yeah, so I don't know if that's
information can't say.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
But okay, we can cut some portions out, right? You think?
Just it was a fun car. I was going to say like that.
Yeah.
It was a fun car. Yeah.
Fun car. Somebody hit me. I got insurance money for it. I'm set.
Okay, that's all we needed to know. So, any future R8 coming in, or are we going to do with another GTR? Because
I'm still balanced, man.
Honestly, man, I've seen plenty of R35 GTRs on the road. I'm not saying they're bad cars. They're great cars. They look good. But I've seen plenty. The R8s, I'm waiting on you, man. I want to see that anime wrap on that car, you know, flared out and everything. I'm just waiting for you, man.
Yeah, the reason why the R8 V10 was still an option, but I was debating because, the R8 was the original like supercar I wanted. And then I eventually grew into the GTR when I started watching more videos. The reason I grew into the GTR more is just like the sheer power and also the sound and also how classic it is to like the JDM kind of like the anime. You know, they know the GTR more than like the R8. And ultimately the car is for business, right? So it's like all the fans and the followers, they kind of vibe with the GTR more, I believe.
Oh, really?
However, the R8 is obviously more like supercar looking and more luxury. So that was like the balance. Like it was a very tough decision.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, like my next supercar could be an R8.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. So
I could be in the passenger seat and be like, "That's my friend."
He came from an Audi A4 to an R8.
Damn straight. And I would show. Oh man, I wish I have that. Is that picture still up of your original car?
Like up.
The white one.
Yeah.
The Audi.
I mean, there's still like photos like online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely say like, he came from this to that. Yeah, it's like, that's something you should be proud of, man. That's cool. Would you use the same exact wrap you had on your white one on the R8?
No, it would be different just because of
that.
Like
that would really twist some fucking heads.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I'll get it wrapped. It's just depending on like the season and also the color of the car and just depending what I'm feeling right then. You know.
Okay, so why did you pick red for the GTR?
It was just because that was my only option.
Only option?
Yeah.
Oh, come
I
on.
was about to buy one near the St. Louis.
Okay.
But the day I said yes, she sold it that morning.
Really?
Yeah. So I was in LA for a week. Okay. I legit had because I went to LA for like a vacation, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stay in LA and then fly to wherever the GTR is, right? But I was having trouble deciding between the one in Dallas, which is the red one, and then the gray one in St. Louis. So I was just going back and forth for like 4 days, right? And then on Sunday morning, I was like, I'm down.
What color was it?
It was gray
Gray?
or silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was football tones, everything.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, sorry, I legit just sold it. I'm like, fuck. So I hit up the guy in Dallas, and I'm like, you know, it's still for sale. Can I get a little bit less? And then, you know, I agreed on a price, and then I flew over, and then
It's a lot closer. So
yeah, and I just drove it back down, easy.
yeah. So how was it buying it? Was that the moment? You know.
Yeah, I felt surreal. Like I'm sitting in my dream car, like supercar, like.
Because that's like one of your first major purchases, right?
Yeah. And I was just like, damn, like all of this came from an idea, or came from like just I downplay what I do sometimes, you know, like I managed to buy a GTR just by selling stickers.
Think about that. You
Yeah.
sold fucking stickers.
Yeah.
It's because like, man, because I was like, because I had that thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, he has a GTR. I want to know what that feels like. Because the reason why I'm saying is because you built it from nothing. And this is one of those rewards.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I want to know how that feels. Because there's a difference between having a career that pays for it versus you built something and you bought it with your own hard work. That must have felt good, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
Now, a lot of people are able to do that. You know, you put in the work and you reward yourself from that.
Yeah, and it was even more than that. It was like I put so much risk. Like I put myself in so much like situations to where like you know, it's just so bad, so like risky, and I'm like, it finally paid off, and I'm like, I realized like I don't have to be this risky anymore. Like it's paid off, you know.
Yeah. So you said something I kind of actually forgot. Risk factor. How did you manage that?
I managed it the worst way possible, but the payout was big.
Hey man, that's how it is.
It's basically like almost like the short way of explaining it is like paycheck to paycheck.
And that's scary. That is fucking scary.
Especially owning a business and having to pay like your friends and staff and employees and your expenses. That is
luckily this wasn't during COVID. Dude, you've been.
Dude, I would have been, yeah. So I'm in like a good position, but like I you know, try not to take anything for granted. Like even though COVID happened, like I should be blessed. Like I'm not struggling as much as other people, and like, you know, so yeah. So
are you okay sharing us one of the most major risky events you did? So let me kind of give you an idea. Let me kind of share one of mine. I mean, I don't think it's risky, but it scared the shit out of me. So during this whole COVID pandemic, at the height of it, nobody knew exactly what was going on. Everything was shut down. At the same time, I had the idea of wanting to do the podcast. The idea's been floating me since 2019.
Yeah.
I just never really fully committed. I've always had the money in the bank. And I was in very fortunate position to pay everything in cash. When COVID hit, I was fucking scared.
Yeah.
Because
you don't know how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I need to do something for me, something for myself. Whatever it is, if it's podcasts, if it's making drinks, if it's something else, selling stickers, whatever. It's something that I've built that I can't get fired from. So during the height of the pandemic, I've dropped money, which I was supposed to be saving. And I was fucking worried at the same time. I was like, man, am I going to get laid off tomorrow, or if I'm going to get a call? You know, to me, that's the risk factor. Do you have something similar like that, where it's like? It's
more like, it's not even like one thing. It was like it was throughout the whole 2 years. It was like a lot of the times I would go into events with like negative $50 in my account.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And whatever I'm making that convention is going to fund the next convention. And then I'm like putting all this money that I made back into the business.
Yeah.
So my mentality back then was the more money I put in, the more money I make, right?
Yeah.
And also I was very generous to where like I would throw these parties or have like big meals, and I would pay for everything. Like every week I would spend like $300 to $700 on alcohol just to have fun with everyone. Like I'm only drinking like maybe 5 bottles, but everything else is for everyone.
You're not drinking 5 bottles. You bring cartons out. You literally go to a freaking store and buy all the soju for sale.
Yeah.
You like literally wipe them
out.
out.
Yeah.
You're not drinking 5 bottles, man. Who's drinking that? Come on.
All my friends, all my fans, you know. But that was kind of like giving back to the community, and it was like it was basically a long term. I would consider it a long term investment because it's building up the party image, right?
Yeah.
So that was like I just would start spending way too much than what I made, and I realized like I should like cut down.
Oh, really?
So I've been doing like going like basically paycheck to paycheck every convention, like not even being able to afford to like I'll be like keep the lights on, you know. It was crazy. Like back in the day, like I mean, obviously I had other issues with like friends and stuff, like owing me money and all of that, right? So it's just like everything was going against me, and like I would barely be able to afford anything, but I was living that party lifestyle.
Yeah, you see, people. This is the reason why I want people to explain this, because these are the same thoughts. I'm pretty sure these are the same thoughts people get. You know, these are some of the risk factors you have to take, especially if you have nothing. You know, you just have to make the choice. Hopefully it's a smart choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to make it, or do you just want to just live?
Yeah. The reason why I did this is because my mentality was we're one of the first brands to ever be anime, car, gaming, and parties, right?
Yeah.
And if I don't give it my all to be number one, then somebody might be able to take that limelight and that spotlight on number one brand, right?
And it happens.
That imagery scares me, like having this just snatched away from you, which is why I put all my money into the brand, like everything I make back into it. Because one thing I know is that if the worst case, like the number one position of being the biggest brand is taken away from me, at least I know I've given it my all.
Yeah, and that's a real thing. You know, you ever had any thoughts about it wasn't gonna work? And if it did, what would happen? Like, was there like an escape plan? Was there like
escape plan?
You see, it's very interesting because a lot of major things that happen in life usually happens with no escape plan. Like
no escape plan.
Like most people that became the biggest businesses, they went all in. They had absolutely no escape plan to say just like this was it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's very interesting. Yeah.
It's very interesting how that is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, do I go in with that mindset? Like, this is it. If this is not going to work, then nothing can get any worse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see it. Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the question? You know, like, or not the question, but is that the answer? That's how you make it.
You make it. Yeah. I believe in that. I put everything in, and I was like, hey man, like I might not even have money to pay electricity tomorrow. You know, like I'm giving it my all, and if you have an escape plan, you're kind of like you don't give it your 100%. Like, oh, I can just, go back to my regular job. I can just whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't really
feel comfortable.
Yeah, you want to be at the point where like you are shit scared, and you need to put in 120% to make it work.
Yeah.
You have no escape plan. You might be on the streets if you don't. Yeah. You want to be that scared.
And also make smart decisions, not dumb decisions, smart decisions.
Exactly.
Well, that's cool, man. These are the stories people need to hear. I keep saying that, but it's true. There's plenty of dumb information in this world.
Yeah. I've done plenty of dumb stuff too, so.
Share. Hold on. So we're going to share some of that. So let me ask you this question. Why soju? Oh my God. Why, of all the drinks in the world, why soju? I've hated. I hate
You
it.
hate it?
I hate it.
You tried the regular flavor? Or
I have a strawberry soju in my refrigerator. You want it?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. But
Like what is up with this like?
I think it's like it's something that people were bought into like culture wise with the anime anime scene specifically.
Yeah.
I think I helped promote the soju culture in the anime a little bit. Anime.
Clearly, dude, you have freaking baskets. I'm waiting for the day you buy a pallet.
Yeah, I remember I went to in LA. I went into the back of the store, like into the I guess freezer or like the back area, and there was just like pallets full of like soju, and they gave me like a whole cart, like you just load it up yourself, you know.
Yeah,
it was funny, but I think it was just it's easy for them to drink, you know, and it's like it's strong as well. So
okay,
you don't believe? Okay, it's not easy. You think?
So this is one of those things I'm talking shit, but I'm not talking shit things. So it's like I've tried it. It just confuses me for some reason. It's like,
what confuses you about it?
It's like, am I drinking a fruit drink or is this real alcohol? You know what I'm saying? It just has that weird aftertaste for me.
Sometimes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless I drink the wrong type brand or whatever, but it never vibes with me. And all my friends love soju. So it's like I can't have an event without soju, and someone forces me to drink soju.
Yeah,
I'll drink it, but it's not my cup. It's not my cup of drink.
And that makes sense. I think it's just like different. Like some people like dark liquor. Sometimes I feel like this is too much soju. Like I'll just drink like Henny or something, you know.
Yeah.
But I think everyone has like a little like bit of a different, you know, taste for alcohol.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's not like it's not like you're doing something different or bad. It's just that's your personal preference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's gotten quiet all of a sudden.
I know. I think they hear us talking about alcohol and like. No shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because they love soju, man. Everybody, I guess, soju man. You know, that's cool. So, tell us some moments, some dumb moments.
I have to think about this. It's
the one. Is it like funny dumb moments, or is it like I wish I'd never done this dumb moments?
Usually I don't regret dumb moments because it's like the one thing I look at life is I try and create experiences where I have like 40 years down the line I can explain the story like this is a dumbass moment and I don't regret it, you know. And this is all the stuff that I do right now. It's like it's stupid sometimes or like it's wild, but I wouldn't like not do it, you know.
I wish I could be like that. I'm a little bit more harder on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean I guess it's like I don't know.
It's like, do I have a dumb moment?
Yeah, I have so many. It's like difficult to really like pinpoint one. But it's like usually the reasons why I do all these dumb moments is like I try and be a little bit of a rebel. Like if like someone says no or there's like something that is in my way, I'll figure it out, right? Like I'll go around it, you know. Like there's one time I forgot my ID. I mean, we're about to go to a club in Vegas, an anime after party, right? And I was like, shit, we're late. Like I don't have my ID. And we were looking for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go. I'll figure out a way in.
Did you get in?
Yeah. So we had my friend's passport. I was like, I can sneak.
I don't think we should say this is how you got in.
Huh?
I don't think we. No, you know, go ahead, just say it.
Yeah. I can say. So like we had like we were like it was like a secret mission. Like we had plan A, B, C, D, right?
Yeah.
My friend had his like second passport. There was like a back door that might be open.
Yeah.
And then number 3, I could bribe the security. Number 4, I could.
Does that really work?
It sometimes
Vegas?
doesn't. I've never tried in Vegas.
Okay.
I tried it in LA and I got denied.
Really?
That was another thing too. I'm known for wearing slides, right? And sometimes like when I hang out with friends, we just last minute like let's go to a club, let's go to this. Right?
And those are the best moments.
Yeah, like not planned.
Yeah,
that is correct.
I've had plenty of those where it's like just spurring the moments, and it's fucking the best time of our lives. You know, those are the best moments. I wish I had more of those.
Yeah, and to elaborate on that story a little bit, it's not that long. It's
okay.
Like I go to the club and I still didn't realize I had my slides. It was like, oh, you can't get in with this. So I like whip out 100, like, what if I give you this, right? And then he's like, nah. And I was like, fuck. So
Did you try to up it a little bit?
No.
No?
I realized like, okay, it's probably his ego. He doesn't care. Like he wants to like be better than me. So no matter how much money I gave, I think it was just his ego.
No, dude. I think if you slipped him if you probably said, here's $1,000, he'd be like, yeah, man, go ahead and.
Nah, fuck that. But I went out the line, right? And I started looking like on the floor. And my friend's like, Kim, what are you doing? And I'm like looking at people's shoes to buy.
No shit.
And my friend was like, Kim, you better not be fucking doing that because everyone knows I do stupid shit like that. Like there was times okay, let me not divert, but okay, so I was looking around at people's shoes, right? And it's like, Kim, do not do that. And I realized my friend actually resells sneakers and his car was parked a couple of blocks away and he had a bunch of shoes. So it was like, come, just go to my car, I have some shoes for you, and blah, 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 right? But that was like one of the Kim moments where like, I do stupid shit where I just buy shit from people like on the spot. So going to another story.
I've done that.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is fucking hilarious. Well, I've done it when it was on I'm not gonna say what day it was, but I've done it. But I was a little drunk.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm gonna explain the story.
Uh-huh.
So it was one of those situations where I like odd shit, like things that are weird. And it was at the one of the, they call it the Rustic, right next to the George R. Brown, and they had some kind of convention, some engineering convention, and I had a couple of beers in me, and I saw a table that had NASA jackets on.
Okay.
I was like, I want it. It was just one of those things like,
just
I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Me, I just literally just went to the fucking table and just said, hey, let me buy that jacket off of you.
Not even asking the price.
Not even asking the price. And I was like,
I want it.
And he's like, $60. I'm pretty sure the damn jacket didn't cost $60.
Yeah.
But I bought it.
Yeah.
And that was just one of those moments, and it's been in my closet ever since.
You haven't worn it?
No. It's just a memory. It's like, it's a good memory, but it was really fucking bold. It's like,
it could have been like $2,000. You don't even know.
It was $20 maybe, at least. The guy made profit off of me.
Yeah.
That was one of those moments I had.
Yeah.
So go back to your story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So I was at a party in a convention in Florida, Christmas time. Everyone's festive, dressing up, right?
Yeah.
And my friend's like, Kim, I'm hungry. Can you buy me a pizza? And I was like, because I'm very lazy too, but I was like, hey, if I give you money, can you order the pizza? Yeah. And then we're just going back and forth. And while we're going back and forth, this girl walked by us with pizza, like boxes of pizza.
No shit.
And then I turned to my friend. I was like, give me 1 minute. I went after her. I was like, hey, I'll double what you paid for those box of pizza. And
you did it.
I did.
Come on, man. Come on.
She showed me the receipt, gave her the money.
How much was it?
I think it was probably like over $10. I paid her like 20, 25.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, I just took a box.
Okay, I was thinking like stacks of box.
Yeah, I think she had like 2 or 3, but I didn't. The thing is I would feel bad if I took away all their pizza.
Yeah.
So I went like half, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I just gave it to everyone. I ate one and gave it to everyone.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So, I mean, during these conventions, you're always on the go. Mm-hmm. How do you eat? What do you drink? Because you're always, every time I see you at Anime Matsuri, you're always busy.
Yeah.
Either with the customers, meeting fans, cosplayer, taking photos, being in photos, car shows. You're always on the go. Mm-hmm. How do you manage that? Because you're being pulled left and right, and everybody wants a piece of you. Yeah,
unfortunately, like with my eating habit, it's very bad.
Yeah.
What I try and do is to at least stay fed and keep my staff fed. Is just get one of my staff and just be like, hey, can you go like buy a shit ton of food for everyone? So I'll give them usually $200.
Okay.
And spend as much as you can, get a bunch of food, and then we'll get like a big ass tray right at my booth, and then I'll feed my staff like, hey, can you guys take a break? I'll eat sometimes, and then I will take the leftover trays, go to each of my friends' booth and give them a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Because I know they usually work by themselves too.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
These
it's
conventions,
rough,
man,
bro.
they're no joke. You know, once you're in it, you can't fucking
Can't
leave.
leave, man. Yeah. And there's
God.
there's a lot of times when I do it myself, like in
Yeah.
small to mid-sized cons. I would be at the booth myself. Like I'm like, man, I need to go restroom. I need to eat. You know.
Yeah.
So usually what I do is I'll like message like a friend at the convention, be like, hey, can you pick up like some food for me, some drinks, and drop it off at the booth? Or if I need to go to the restroom, I'll just be like, can you like man the booth? Or I'll ask the booth next door, be like, hey, can you just like keep an eye out? Like just say he'll be back in like 5 minutes and I'll go get food or get a drink or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rough. Like I barely eat.
It's extremely rough. So, anime Masuri.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm only going to this one is because it's the only show I've been to that I've seen Kim doing it.
Mm-hmm.
What is this show called Hentai Fest? What is that?
Is it in Anime Matsuri?
It's an Anime Masuri.
So
It's like an event
Mm-hmm.
or one of these fucking events.
Yeah.
What is it?
So I haven't been to it.
You haven't been to? I
but
thought you'd been to it.
I can guess.
Because there's a lot of freaks there. Well, I've seen a lot of more guys than
More guys.
girls, and I was like, is this something where all guys go to, or is it?
I mean, in general sense, like male population is bigger, in my opinion, for like anime or like hentai stuff.
Yeah.
But like females do like hentai and all of that, and anime too. It's just I feel like they're more guys are okay with generally going to these type of events like the hentai fest, whereas females I feel like there's a little bit like more like wary, because there's just so much like guys.
Yeah,
there.
but what is it? Like,
It's hentai is basically animated porn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, but
Okay,
what
but
what is the show?
I probably it could be with like showing doing like skits like I don't fucking know like skits, some like pervy skits and whatever.
Really?
Or could be showing like actual hentai in the on the screen, right?
Okay.
Or it could be like it's like maybe a panel, so they'll have questions and maybe voice artists like hentai people. I mean, this is my guess.
Okay, because like I've heard mixed things about it. Like I've heard stories where they showcase videos and people are just sitting there watching it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of fucking weird.
Weird. I mean, I'm not surprised that is the case, and it probably is.
Yeah.
Because I walked by a hentai panel.
It's
in another
always sold
convention.
out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
Like, it's like, what is this? Because
I think it could be the curiosity of the guys too. Like, damn, are they gonna legit play hentai in there, or are they gonna do something? I think it's also like,
come on, man. Like, if you on it, because these anime Matsuri tickets are not cheap.
yeah.
If you honestly were curious to fucking watch a fucking video in front of hundreds of with people, it's to me that's just weird. And, it's just
Yeah.
it's crazy. That's why I love these conventions. It's just you just see
different,
weird
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
God. So
like for me, I've never been.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't oppose to going. That's the thing. It's like
Oh, really?
I don't think guys would be. I think it's like it's more like guys wouldn't mind going, so they go to like kind of see what's up.
Yeah, I can see that. You're already at the
Just
convention.
might
This
as
is
well stop
happening. You might as well just take a peek.
And sometimes it's like more like comedic to just see something like how wild can this panel or this get,
Pretty fucking wild, I bet.
Yeah.
Because just reference back that time where we were there and we met Evan. People were literally beating the shit out of each other with fucking sticks.
Yeah.
So man, fucking COVID, man. I wish it was happening this year.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So let me see, what else can we talk about? So what do you do on your downtime? Like, you just relax? What do you anything?
I don't have downtime.
You don't have at all?
The only thing I could say would be like relaxing or downtime would be just to visit my friends or visit my girl.
Like you don't take a moment to like
just
come
relax.
on.
Nah. Well, okay.
It's you have to, man. It's important. You can't just be like work. You have to, man, just at least 2 hours. Just have your little me time. Do a little run, watch a little movies. No, not at all.
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah. Apart from what I said, it's like it's just work every day.
Yeah.
Work, sleep, and it's kind of unfortunate, but it's like I guess I have a little bit too much of a hustle mentality on me, and it's like I feel bad if I take some time off. You know, it's like I beat myself up on it.
I've done that.
It's like if let's say something goes wrong, and I'm like, did I really give it my all? And then I think about the 2 hours I took off.
Yeah, but see, I've been like that. But you have to at least.
I'll go crazy if I don't. You know.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying like taking a fucking week off or 2 days. You just have to give yourself a little bit of time because you're gonna, even though you're doing all this busy, you know, you're busy with the business and stuff. Personal time is always good. Yeah. Because it gives you just a sense of relief. You know, like sleeping a little bit or you know, watch a movie or something. Just it's important. A lot of major fighters do it. A lot of high-end business people do it. A lot of fucking actors and actors do it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing to kind of give yourself? You just don't want to. You just don't want to work yourself out.
So during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
I do sleep in more. I think that is my me time.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I usually wake up at like 11 to 1.
Okay.
That's sleeping in for me. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So I mean, it's not.
So no hobbies, no nothing right now.
It's difficult, you know, because I'm a very like outgoing person. I like to go out and meet up with people and do things, and it's hard when I'm at home and I'm trying to stay safe, you know.
Yeah. So what are you doing with you're a big foodie, right? Are you into food now?
I love eating. Okay. I just don't really know specifics, you know, like what should taste good and what shouldn't. But I just love to eat. Okay,
so you've been going out to the restaurants, or you just been doing to-goes?
I'm just doing to-goes.
To-goes. Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to stay safe, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to do now. I mean, right now, there's really nothing to do. Just stay safe and mind your business. Yeah. And stuff. Okay, man, they're getting turned out there.
Back again.
Yeah. I thought they disappeared, but apparently they're still here.
Maybe they were drinking the soju.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, because one of our friends, she's a nurse, and she has to take isolation very seriously because you know, she works at a hospital, so she's been cooped up and home, and she's letting loose. She's letting loose, you know. So we're giving her letting her have fun and stuff. So, let's see what else. So aside from all the events and stuff, you're just primarily focusing on your online sales or anything?
Yeah, online sales and, you know, planning the future and, you know.
So can you kind of give us a glimpse on what's going to happen in 2021? Or are you planning on doing something towards the end of this year?
I'm leaving the end of this year open depending on how COVID goes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like up in the air. So I don't know yet, but definitely like 2021, we're going to go like twice as hard.
Twice as hard?
Yeah, like probably 20-something conventions and then like 10 cities, parties, and then obviously maybe the storefront, and then I'm building the car team in Texas, and yeah, I mean that's yeah.
So aside from LA, which side of the country you starting to see that gain more popularity? Is any like the East Coast being more popular than the West Coast, or is the Houston being more popular than LA, or just LA is just home?
So we're very, very big in Cali, and we have obviously a big presence in Texas too, right? Yeah. I was since the beginning till maybe 2019, I never really dove into the East market. I mean East Coast market until last year. And when I went last year to do conventions, to show cars, to party, they go down. Like they go down, and like it was a different kind of down, you know. Like LA, they love to party and stuff, but like, damn, like East Coast, they don't give no shits. Like they party till they drop, you know. And that was I kind of felt a little bit more at home. Like, yo, like these people are like a lot more like me. So
the more beaten you feel, the more you feel like at home.
Yeah. Funny. So I'm just like seeing this more as a opportunity to branch out to East Coast, basically, for the future. It's
there, man. It's there to grab. So, well, dude, like I said, congratulations on all the success. You know, I'm always looking forward for the future for you. I love what you did. I'm loving what you're doing. Like I said, dude, I'm always there for you. And pretty much, if you have anything to promote, go ahead and let them know.
For sure. Appreciate it. So, I mean, you can buy my stuff on senpaisquad.net.
Yeah.
All my stickers, t-shirts, hoodies.
Yeah.
Or you can follow my lifestyle at Senpai Squad Net on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. That's pretty much it.
All right, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast, and pretty much see you on the next one.